Catastrophic failure. I don't know if this is gonna work, dude. What's up, everybody? Tiancam here with Sew Yeah Quilting. Now in today's video, we're gonna do something new, a little bit different. As you guys know, if you've been following the channel for a long time, we enjoy equipment here. We've got cutting machines, we've got printing machines, we've got lasers, we got 3D printers, and much more, because if we can progress the industry at any way, we like to do that. Now, one of those machines that I mentioned is the 3D printer. Now, if you don't know what a 3D printer is, essentially it takes a filament, a strand of plastic, melts it down, and layer by layer can create an object like you see here in front of me. This is one that we printed off a little while back, and we thought, hey, maybe we could print out a thin enough piece of material to create fabric, okay? So we printed off these sheets here, all different colors, and we're going to attempt to make ourselves at least one quilt block, maybe even a quilt. But some things that people don't know is that different materials have different qualities, just like in the fabric industry. This one's translucent, this one is a solid green. Not only that, the materials themselves are different, just like in the quilting industry. And you hear us say it all the time, you gotta try new things, right? We have quilting cottons, we have batiks, we have minkies, we have flannels, we have wovens, we have double brush cottons. And just like with plastic, there are different kinds of plastic. For instance, this particular piece of plastic is called PLA. It is rigid, it does not like to bend as much, so we're gonna see how that sews. Also, there are plastics like TPU. This right here is TPU. Looks the same, however, the properties are not the same. We're gonna try to do a little bit of experimentation, see what we can come up with, and we're gonna start by making some half square triangles. So I got my colors out here in front of me. I know for sure I can get some white here. So I've got two pieces of white. Let's do white. Let's throw in some red and blue, and then we will use these other ones later on. I'm gonna treat this like it's a quilt, guys. I'm gonna treat it like it's a quilt. I'm gonna put right sides together. Right sides together, and it is very slippery, just let everyone know, because it is a plastic. Gonna grab out my ruler, and I'm gonna mark corner to corner. You guys hear that? It does a good line, though. Now that I've got a diagonal line corner to corner on both my pieces of fabric, I'm gonna sew just like a half square triangle, 1/4 inch off of each line here. Due to it being plastic, I am going to probably up my stitch length to probably a 4. I mean, come on. Come on. First one done. Stitching looks good. Going to go ahead and slice these and open them up just like you would a half square triangle. Now it's time to press open our seams. Now before anyone freaks out, obviously if I hit my piece of plastic with heat, it's gonna melt. I'm just using this as a weight. Let's be honest, that's a crispy line right there. That's so pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat these steps to the rest of my pieces here, probably make up a couple more, and then we can start sewing a block together. So guys, anyone who's doubting this from the beginning, look at this. That looks like a half square triangle to me, okay? Got it in reds. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make up a couple more of these. Now what I'm hoping is I can get 9 half square triangles out of the pieces that I have, which will give me essentially rows of 3, make something in the middle maybe. We'll figure out what we can do. So guys, I've got my half square triangles made up here. It's now time to size them. Going for like a 9-inch block is what I'm gonna try to go for. I'm gonna use all the quilting techniques, right? Drop my ruler down, I'm doing it the traditional route. So 9-inch block here. Now I'm just gonna repeat exactly what I've done with the rest of my pieces. So guys, I've got my half square triangles, and again, we're not doing anything fancy. We're using a substrate that's not typical, you could say, in the industry. I think we're gonna go with like a little like half chevron-ish look. So I'm going to do 3 by 3. I'm gonna start working on some layouts here, but I want to get a lot of color going on here. Maybe even like a flying geese type look might look cool. I think we're gonna go with just typical chevron. Actually, that's not working.
What would it look like if you put like, so you have the green and purples, green opposite corners, purples opposite corners.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go like this. Let's go like this.
What if you swapped those?
This one.
That one. That looks cool.
You like that? So guys, got my layout here. It's time to sew this thing together. We're going to make a traditional row by row type quilt. Right sides together, iron out, and we'll see how this thing goes. Yes, yes. Now guys, I've got my rows built. It's time to put them together. We're on the home stretch on this one. This is working too good, Ian. We need a catastrophic failure now. You didn't write that into the script, did you?
No.
Catastrophic failure. And guys, just like that, my plastic quilt top is done. Kind of a weird thing to say there. I'm not gonna be taking this over to our in-house long armor today because I know just by looking at it, if we try to long arm this thing, it'll just completely blow to pieces. The moral of the story here is that try new things. This is just a fun thing. It's actually put a smile on my face today trying this because it's been cool to interact with a material that isn't our norm. Obviously, this is out there. This is one of those out there materials. But we should be embracing these new substrates that are entering into our industry. I'm seeing way more flannel than I have in the last 10 years. I'm seeing way more batiks than I have in the last 10 years. And we're seeing new substrates. We have minky, for instance. You have double gauzes that are kind of making their way back to a little bit here, and many other amazing substrates, and we should be embracing them, trying new things. And maybe you don't want to go out and venture out past your quilting cottons. That's okay. Try new things though, new patterns, new techniques, new designs, and new notions. And guys, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't be afraid to share it with your friends. Also, why don't you go down to the comment section and let us know what substrate or material you like us to try to sew with next. We have a good time making these videos, but also we learn a lot from doing these kinds of videos. So if there's anything that you want to see us sew, make sure you leave a comment down below. With that guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.